And we still don't know.
I actually don't think she is.
I don't think she is
either.
and this is just I don't know what I should say. I'm going to say no.
We were hungering to find out. It was our own little Hunger Game during the break.
I'm thinking that Robert De Niro may have been implying that Jennifer Lawrence's look would be attractive to other women.
True. What in context? It was the GLAAD Awards.
It was the GLAAD Media Awards.
It was
and
gay awards.
And she said Robert De Niro's not gay, so I'm not quite sure why we're here.
Not sure why we're even here. And then his response was, "Hey, if I was, I'd be all over you." That's where that whole thing came from. Delane Ferris is an expert on behavior. Child behavior. Do I have this? Do I have it? Mm-hmm. That's right. And
she's an addiction specialist.
This story that came out is no shock that 50% of teenagers say they are now addicted to what?
And I find that it's unbelievable that it's just 50%.
Yeah, it should be more. Good morning, Delane. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are y'all?
They're addicted to their cell phones.
Right. Mobile devices.
And do you think it's a real addiction? I do.
I do,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without question. When we fall off into addiction, that usually means we have a particular behavior, whether that be mobile devices or cocaine.
Yeah.
We have a behavior, we have consequences for that, and we do the same thing again. It has crossed the line.
But not like cocaine has a physical chemical addiction, right? But maybe something else like food isn't a chemical addiction where you're going to go into sweats if you don't have it. Like heroin is chemically addicting, but emotionally addictive. Am I going somewhere here or am I off base?
Well, you're partially on base. You're leaning into second base.
Okay, good.
The technological devices, there's a word, act in the brain in the same areas in the frontal cortex that the chemicals do. So it can be somewhat physically addictive. We know it's emotionally addictive. We know it's mentally addictive. What happens when you leave your cell phone in a drawer for an hour? Try that this afternoon and see how you feel. Are you anxious? Are you pacing? Are you twirling a pen? Are you?
Well, I got to tell you, I mean, think about what it was like before these cell phones. We just you had moments of. I just went through this sleep study. With Dr. Levine over at St. Elizabeth's, and I got to tell you, they really try to get you to shut your phone off because it keeps going off all night long and little bings and dings and all that stuff. But it's almost like we want to be in touch at every moment. I don't understand because it never used to be that way.
Well, and the concerning thing to me about that is that the technology, when we're interfacing with technology, by definition, we are not interfacing with the person next to us.
Yeah.
We're just not that adept at multitasking.
Right.
So, the place to start, if we really want to turn this around, is my suggestion would be have a basket in the living room to put everybody's cell phones in at dinner time.
Yeah. At least go through dinner without having the cell phone go off. You're right. Good point.
Right. I would encourage your listeners, put the cell phone in the drawer for an hour this afternoon and just see how you feel.
All right.
I'll tell you.
Big test.
Just
all right, Delane.
Speaking for me personally, this doesn't bother me at all. Not having my cell phone. As you guys know, sometimes I come in.
We know.
And I don't have my phone. I'm like,
Right.
I must have left my phone
Yeah,
home.
you respond to my message the next day, and I'm like, it's too late. I've already solved that problem.
Well, you know what I think part of the reason is maybe this is a solution for these younger folks, these teenagers. So much of my phone involves work stuff, whether it's emails or text, where sometimes I'm like, I'm not working right now. I'm leaving my phone.
I'm leaving it away.
So if they're getting emailed or text homework assignments and reports and stuff like that, I think they'd be more apt to go, I don't need this right now. I'm going to do something else.
Good point. All right, Delane. So the idea is to now, can you, if you take heroin away from somebody immediately, they're going to have a very bad reaction. Can you do can you do it with a cell phone? Take your kid's cell phone away?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't because cell phones. I mean, the benefits are huge.
Yeah.
But we can set parameters.
Sure, and that's important.
We can limit gameplay in a day. How much time do you spend? Playing games on your phone.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can shut the phone off at 10 o'clock at night when it's bedtime. You can set parameters.
All right. Good idea. Delane Ferris, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Christine has news coming up. Hold tight. 8:31 at WIBX.